such an asshole.
How you kids doing? AssholeConsulting.com, where I, the world's only professional asshole, will tell you the truth because God almighty, not a single adult in your life did. It sure felt good though, right? It felt really good when the teachers and the professors and your parents and the media and the guidance counselors are sticking their dick in your ass, like telling you what you want to hear. Like, oh, that feels so good. Lie to me more. Yeah, follow hard, money will follow. Well, when choosing video game journalism as a major doesn't pan out for you, come talk to Asshole Consulting. We'll say, like, oh, yeah, that was all bullshit, your parents. Yeah. Nah, they don't really like you that much. But they felt good telling you what you wanted to hear. And thus why we're all here and the Democrats are in charge. How's that going? The Republicans are no shh, no talking. You just go ask for some student loan bailouts now. All right, the request. Hi, Cappy, longtime viewer and first-time client. I just wanted to quickly thank you. I found your videos when I entered college and decided to major in accounting and adopt a minimalist lifestyle. Winning, so much winning. Well, Asshole Consulting is coming up on 10 years. So we do have young people now who are, like, they're not old now, but they're less young than they were before, but they graduated from college. They majored in the right thing. And we're starting to see the fruits of it. Cappy, I followed your advice. And I'm not like this homeless schmuck asking my parents if I could live with them and begging for the Republican taxpayers to bail me out of my journalism degree. Oh, amazing how that works. You're a productive member of society who ain't po. Yes, thank you. My guidance counselor, who never worked a day in her life, said I should go and major in whatever dumbass shit those worthless people tell you to major in. I attribute a lot of my success from your advice of not majoring in something useless and not pissing away my money. Appreciate all the info you and Elkins give. Chad Elkins, you can look him up. He has a YouTube channel on accounting. Please rate my life and career plan going forward. Please keep me anonymous. Let me know if you need any additional information. Now, you want me to keep you anonymous, but then you provide me all these very specific details about you. Okay, you are male. You are youngish. You are of average height. You're a little on the heavy side. I'd estimate it really depends on your frame. Working out regularly and dropping body fat can hit 10 plus pull-ups. Yeah, then you're overweight. That's I could do 15. All right. So, and I'm in really good shape, especially for my age, but I'm not jacked. Recently licensed CPA with several years experience in the industry. Current salary $125,000, so more than all the liberal arts majors in the world. Okay. I invest around 60% of my paycheck. Outstanding. Cash IRA, you have $200,000 in investments. Outstanding. Oh, you can listen to your hippie boomer parents and your hippie pot smoking teachers, the really cool teachers who are down with you. You know the gal who was dressed like a gypsy, that teacher. Did you have teachers like that? She was really cool. She was like your BFF, and she told you to, like, whatever, major in chakra crystals, and now you're poor, pulling tricks in a back alley. Yeah, how'd that work for you? Yeah, don't listen to the asshole telling you to major in accounting. You don't want to have $200,000 in savings and make six figures before you're 30, do you? Of course not. Currently live at home with my family. I have lived alone before. I'd rather stay at home and save the money. Good for you, man. Good for you. And you should thank your parents and hug your mom and help them out. Hobbies, firearms, martial arts, cooking, stock analysis. Nice. Nice. You're actually you're an interesting person. All right. You're also not wasting your life. Introvert getting better, giving less of a fuck as I age. Watch my video on I don't know if it's called introversion. There's big mistake introverts make. Here, you know what I want you to do? Let me give you some free advice. Go read up on Schopenhauer. All right, it'll take a while. You got to read a lot of his stuff, but go read Schopenhauer. Watch videos on YouTube about his philosophy. Why would you want to be social with today's modern Americans? Really, why would you want to? Do you like loud, boring? I can't even call it rap. They got this weird universal mix. If I go to the gym or a restaurant, it's always the same electric synthesized beat. Are there really intelligent people, especially at your age? Are there any interesting people at your age? I always I'm not social. I'm like, yeah, maybe because you're smart and most of the people, what do you want to? Oh, dude, bro, sports ball. You gonna watch the Super Bowl, bro? I like the commercials. Oh, fuck that shit. What's wrong with being an introvert? If you're participating. You are social, you just don't realize it yet, but you couldn't make these figures if you weren't social, if you didn't have at least a little bit of social etiquette and tact. In your free time, do you wanna go to the bar and get some wings? "Hey, it's trivia night." I I honest to God would rather listen to a sermon. I would. So, you view your introversion as a problem. Is it is what I'm saying. I think the video was like, "Why what do you care what society thinks about you?" Maybe that was the one. I'm not saying look, if you wanna go out, you're feeling bored, like you have this antsiness you should get out, yeah, then you should go out and do something. But if you're forcing yourself to go out when you really don't want to, that's wrong, man. That's not who you are. There's nothing wrong with being an introvert. Extroverts got the other problem, "Man, I just wish I could stay in and not" "Well, then do it." "Yeah, but I really like going out." "Well, okay, you're an extrovert. There's nothing wrong with that then." Oh no, dude, you're gonna miss some parties, bro, where people are puking and the girls are still gonna shoot you down. Oh dang, what? Huh? You missed out on that. Risk averse, like most accountants. Rate my career plan. My plan is to leave my current job, travel, learn tax prep, get a job with another. I'll just call it a government entity. My current job is a mess. Crazy boomer boss, crazy office politics, high turnover rate, overworked and stressed. I've gotten to a managerial position and I fucking hate it. I learn and use only basic accounting. I won't mention what, but that is pretty basic. If you got your CPA, that's like using a F-22 fighter plane to go haul cargo or something and babysit adults. I feel as if I have no tangible accounting skills like tax preparation. I've acquired my CPA license while working here, saved quite a bit of money, and now I want to move on. I currently have an open application with a particular government agency, which is pretty cool. The estimated hiring process will take about 4 to 8 months. During this window, I plan to travel for 1 to 2 months. Did some reconnaissance around America and abroad. Get in the best shape of my life. There you go. God, where have all the good men gone? I don't know where you can't. I can't imagine. Oh, I forgot. You're only 5'9". Sir, how dare you, sir? Sir, do you not know that it is a sin to be 5'9" or shorter in this country? How dare you? Hey, he's got almost 250,000 saved up. Yeah. Not even 30. Yeah. He goes to the gym. Great hobbies. Yeah. CPA. Yeah. Makes over six figures. Yeah. Yeah. You want me to be able he's 5'9". Oh, grody. Put a video up when you're 45 that you can't find a man. Yeah. I love getting these emails, not only because you followed the advice, you're successful, and I love to see that. Like, good, one person didn't, I got student loan debt, I majored in art poetry. But then I see these guys. I got like a lot of financially successful guys, and just girls like I can't find it. Well, how about this guy? Oh no, not him. All right, never mind. I'm done. Uh, travel to it. Get some reconnaissance. I did some reconnaissance around America and abroad. Get in the best shape of my life. Learn how to prepare taxes through local CPA firms, H&R Block, online courses, etc. Having I don't, yeah, you don't need your enrolled agent. You're already a CPA. Having tax prep plus government experience seems invaluable if I decide to leave the government in the future, start my own practice. I agree. My main concerns of this plan are having an employment gap, giving up a relatively stable large paycheck, and having my government application rejected, or we enter a recession of some kind. But I guess being a fit 30-year-old unemployed CPA with savings and tax experience isn't that bad either. And so then I asked, your plan is to wait until you get a job offer from the government and use the interim to travel, or quit your job today, regardless of whether you get an offer from the government and go travel. And you said, I'm planning on quitting regardless of whether I get an offer or not. Videos out. Okay, so here's the deal. I can't guarantee anything, right? I can't. There's no way. What's what happened to Bitcoin? I don't know. If I knew that, I'd be a trillionaire. I wouldn't be telling you either. You have worked hard and long enough. And a lot of people like you, like myself, like Chad Elkins, especially accountants, is you lose sight of why you're working and that you are entitled, after you put in the work, to enjoy life a little bit. And I think you are well within your rights to quit your job. I wouldn't quit it, put in your 2 weeks notice and do exactly what you want to do. You go travel. We're kind of at an interesting time in the United States. I don't mean politically, I mean in terms of the seasons. It's about to get real nice down in the South. So your Tennessees, especially your desert, Vegas and Phoenix, it's gorgeous come March and April. And then as the heat kind of kicks in, maybe you go up north and check out some of the northern states, whichever ones of those you might be. But if you wanted to put in your 2 weeks notice and be ready to travel by March, you've earned it, kid. You're not even 30, you got 200,000 saved up. Your folks are very kind. Let them watch over what meager possessions you have. You're a minimalist. And on top of it, based on your minimalist life philosophy and what you've been working for, this is exactly why you did all this, why you sacrificed, why you invested, why you did without. And tertiarily, thirdly, you going and traveling a little bit is not the worst thing for you because you did do some reconnaissance. But here's my question unto you. Did you find a place you want to live? And if you haven't, that's an important thing. That's why you do reconnaissances. So you buy a house first time, one time only, and you have your forever home, and you find the village you belong to, you find your people, you find whatever community it is that you like, or maybe it's not a community because you're an introvert, maybe you just like the mountains like me. But whatever it is, you got to find your place that you really want to call home. And that's a process, that's a journey, and it's resolved through reconnaissance. And I think you absolutely have every right. You've put in your time. Sounds like they lied to you too, like a lot of high turnover. You shouldn't have to tolerate boomer bosses. You should have to tolerate any psychopathic bosses. Businesses should be managed effectively and efficiently and sanely. And it's so few of them that do, which is why, again, I'm saying the future is 1099, which is another overarching thing where I agree going to work for the government will help. It'd be a good job to have, but you're going to end up being self-employed down the road, whether you like it or not. But yes, and especially do it while you're relatively young. I mean, yeah, you could do it if you're 60, but I don't know if you want to be sleeping in waysides and riding motorcycles around at 60, but maybe it sounds appealing. Go and do it. You absolutely have every right to go and do it. You may not find out where you want to live in this, you want to travel 1 to 2 months. You'll cover some ground, but I don't know if you're going to find the place for you want to live. And then what I would say is, okay, let's say the government job doesn't come through. Right? I'm already saying, yeah, go ahead, put your 2 weeks in. You don't have any rent. Like your expenses are so low, and you got a ton of cash. You're good. You could last years. You could, if you're a minimalist, you could probably last 10 years in the field off your $200,000. I wouldn't recommend it because you have no savings, but I'm just pointing out you're safe. I won't worry about the money. What was I going to say? Oh, addressing your concerns about your career. Just put your 2 weeks in, and then when the government job says, "Well, why'd you quit this job?" You say, "No, I was going to travel. I want to find out where I want to live inevitably. Maybe look to buy property. Want to take a little bit of a break." You can be completely honest. No, I want to do a little bit of traveling before I go back, and I have enough money saved up, and um, and I believe they're going to be perfectly fine with that. And here's another thing, dude. We say it all the times at the Elkins Accounting Hour. This country is so desperate for accountants. They're not going to care that you gave a 2 weeks notice and have a little bit of an employment gap. They won't. And let's say the government agency that you're applying to, for whatever they don't like that little 1 to 2 month gap of unemployment. You already have your resume filed, right? Say, no, I want to get some traveling in, in case I got this job. I want to have some traveling in to figure out where I want to live down the road when it comes to retirement. Even if they say no, your overarching goal, I would still say, is to become self-employed. And whether you have this government agency on your on your resume or not, it's not going to matter. In the long term, it really isn't. They are so desperate for people like you. You got a CPA, man, and you can recreate what Chad Elkins has. There's plenty to go around. The only thing that you got to worry about is because they didn't utilize your accounting skills, you don't have tax prep skills. So it's either you go work for the government agency or you go work for H&R Block for a little bit. I mean, do you want to? You could start now. It's tax season, although I wouldn't recommend it. I honestly would go. I'd go now and go travel. And you either get the government job or you don't. If you don't get the government job, I'd go look for a small tax firm. And then when you have tax season version 2.0 for all the losers of America, the extenders, go to H&R Block, say, hey, can I come in and work? Heck, go to H&R Block now. Go to some small little CPA firm like, hey, I want to get a little bit of tax experience or something like that. With your CPA, you should be able to, short version, if you don't get the government job, you should be able to pick up some tax work, some introductory tax work very easily, and bookkeeping. And I'd recommend you pick up bookkeeping and tax work. So you're not just doing tax work and have nothing else going on during the season. And so you go travel 1 to 2 months. You'll know whether or not you got your job. If you don't got your job, go back home, live with your I go travel some more. Oh no, 1 to 2 months. What does that put us at? 2 months put us at April. Things are just getting real nice. You got it. Oh no, I didn't get the job. And here I am in Phoenix. And it's going to get into the 80s, like literally every day in April. I guess I'll pick up some golfing and hiking. And oh no, it's getting a little warm. I think in June, I'm going to go up to Utah. Oh no, it's July. It's getting too hot in Utah. I guess I'll go to Montana. Dude, take your time and travel, man. And especially with the wonders of the internet. And if you've read I don't know, did you read Reconnaissance Man? Go read Reconnaissance Man if you haven't read Reconnaissance Man. Dude, what do you think this is I got here? This is a laptop. I'm going to Asia for a month and a half. I'm going to bring the laptop and I'm plug it in. They got electricity over there too. I'm going to do my show. I'll just be at a different hotel. You could still do work. You can go online and find online work. Get QuickBooks certified if you're not already. In other words, and I write about this in Reconnaissance Man, you don't just go and hike and drink and raft and shoot guns and ride buffalo all the time when you're out doing reconnaissance. You can't. You just can't play all the time. You need to sit down. And so if you don't get the job with the government, it's not like you can't apply for jobs while you're traveling around. The only what I'm trying to point out is, okay, well, you don't get the government job and you're because I know accounts. I know my 2 months are up. I must go home now. No, you don't. What are you going to do? Just sit with your folks? Now work at a job? Applying for jobs over there? Why not go travel, reconnoiter more of the United States? You could even go overseas if you wanted to and apply for jobs there. You have 200,000. I know not all of it's liquid cash, but you should have enough money saved up. And if you don't, work a little bit more, save up the money to get at least the money to go out and travel for several months. You're done. I think you put in your penance. You've sucked the boomer dick long enough. It's time to leave and go have some fun. And if you had the right mentality, or I should say the right mentality, if you at least viewed it through my eyes, you'd see, gosh, I hope the government rejects me because I'm having a lot of fun here. Oh, and I found a little bit of work on the internet I can do and charge $50 an hour for. That's what I would be doing. But what's probably likely going to happen is you will get your government job. I think they are that desperate. You have a CPA. You have a good work record. you're going to go work government. You're going to be gone for at least 5 years because they're going to be desperate to keep you. You sound like a professional. You sound like you have your shit together. And then it's going to be a question of the golden handcuffs. Are you going to stay with the government job or are you going to go strike on your own? And then you send me an email in about 4 to 5 years from now. Oh, yeah, I made whatever supervisor, the number, third level analyst or whatever the hell however the ranking goes over there. And I really wanted to go move to Idaho, but they want to make me director. Like, how do they now? I'm sitting on 1.8 million in investable assets. And, what do I do? Yeah, man, I would be. Is there a chance you get shot down by H&R and Jackson Hewitt and Liberty Tax and the government, and you get hit by a train in a truck, and then a meteorite hits you, and then you get stung by a scorpion? Yes, these are all, but it's very, very, very unlikely. And the worst risk I think you face is not enjoying your life and living your life and enjoying all this hard work. What the fuck were you working for? I almost would mandate you go out and you enjoy this spring and summer. And then if you get the job, fine, cool. And then you got your path painted. If not, yeah, go work, get some experience, get some tax prep under your belt. You don't need to make even that much money. You go make $20 an hour at H&R Block. That's fine. And then you'll know what you're doing. And then after a tax season or two max, then you go do your own thing, man. You can figure it out. All right, we got one super chat. Justified Misogany, speaking of international traveling accountant, $2. Boomers gatekeeping tax jobs, even with experience. Well, that's why it is. Me and Chad were talking about because what was his name? Was it Parker? No, Red Hawk. He works at H&R Block, and you could say enough good things about it. Just getting the tax tax, and you don't. The boomers are gatekeeping their little fiefdom. Meanwhile, there's a billion other people that need their taxes done. They're outside those gates. You just got to go and create your own little fiefdom in your own little business. Hey, boomers, you keep making it hard for accountants to go ahead. Keep on going. And the day is coming. Those boomers, they're in their 70s now, and they're going to start dropping off like flies. And there's going to be a ton of managerial positions and senior positions and businesses that are open and because let's just admit it, boomers don't do estate planning or legacy planning. They don't like, I'm going to die. They don't even retire because they bought so much worthless shit in their lives. So they don't have what is it? It's a legacy, but where they pass it on. What the hell do they call it? I forget what they call it. A succession plan. They don't have a succession plan. And then there's just all of a sudden be a bunch of clients because Herman died, and then, oh my God. All right, that's it. We'll see you guys later, Toodles.